If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, share, and comment. And today is another vlog. It's a sit-down vlog, and we're going to discuss recording IELTS live life skills B1. This is one of the requirements if you're going to process or if you have planning to come here in Philippines in UK as a spouse visa, and those who has a partner or going or they gonna plan for those men who plan to marry a Filipina. So disclaimer, I'm not a professional. This is only based on what I've experienced from the past. So, without further ado, we going to start now. Let's start. So anyway, as usual, I got notes here. I just explain brief what we call the scenarios, something like that. So anyway, IELTS life skill is a face-to-face speaking and listening tests. Yes. So they are B1 is focused only on like listening and responding to a spoken language, including straightforward information and narratives, and follow straightforward explanations and instructions. And then you have to communicate information regarding feelings, opinions on a familiar topics using appropriate formality. Reach shared understanding about familiar topics. In additional B1, tasks may include like comparing, showing contrasts, reason, or purpose. So prioritizing, planning, persuading, narrating, ask about past or future. Future, Fast and Furious. Napaka-ano ko naman. So, the first one, well, anyway, the B1 is like, well, anyway, I have to discuss first the IELTS, that it has stages of, or a level. So you get A1, A2, B1, B2, or, and more. So you are really like what we call it, sure, you have to just search it about IELTS, or I'm going to put something here so you can see here the stages of IELTS. So I think it's B1 is the intermediate or something like that. So well, anyway, in B1 and A2, it's like, as I said, that it's only like speaking and listening test. So you have to, with partner by partner, or like as I've experienced, we're only two candidates, and the examiner will ask you in different phases, and the test will last for, I think, 22 minutes or more. It depends. So that's what I've what we call this, just know, or like what I've experienced. So anyway, on the first part, you expecting asked questions on familiar topics, and then second, you're gonna combine the listening and speaking tasks. And then at the level B, you will be listening to tasks played on a CD. So completing the tasks allow you to show a ability to listen, or both general meaning and details. You will say your answers, although you can make notes, and while listening on the CD. So the examiner will give you pen and paper, so that's provided from them, and then while you are listening to CD, you can write it, but there will then the discussion on the theme related to what you've listened on the CD. Additional, there is also tasks where you plan and activities and other with activities with the other candidates. So it's like stage by stage exam, or I'm gonna tell you, or I'm gonna give you some what we call this example about that. So that is the summary. So the task assessment, it's they gonna ask or like something they're going to, or you're gonna discuss the subject including something like personal details, like family, work, health, leisure, education, what else? Whether sometimes restaurants, places, it depends because the examiner asked me regarding restaurants and food, something, yeah, food, also the anniversaries, yeah, and more. So it's a lot of, topics they're gonna ask you. And also there's a key areas that you have to maintain. So obtaining informations, conveying information, speaking informations, and engaging in discussion. So you have to be like, if the examiner will ask you, you have to be in that topic. You have to be like, you know, what we call this. And also while expressing that topic, that you have to focus in that area where is the topic. You have also to say it by like very conveying, or like, you know, you have to engage and convey. So I think what else? So I'll give you some example for that. So on speaking and listening test, on the first test, or the first phase one, is the examiner will ask you like my name. The examiner will introduce her name, or introduce herself or himself, like my name is blah blah blah, and you have like candidate B and candidate A and candidate B. So, oh wait. So the examiner will ask you first your name. So for example, I am the examiner. I'm gonna ask you like what is your name, and then after that, the examiner will tell you like, can you spell it for me? And I think after that they ask me like, where you came from, or how long have you lived here, or what is your nationality, something like that. It's just like very brief questions. And then after that, the examiner will ask your like IDs, or like mark sheets, or your IDs, I think, something, yeah, I think IDs, passport, like that. So you're gonna give to the examiner, and the examiner will say, for example, you are candidate A, and there is candidate B here. Uh, they're gonna say like, now you're gonna ask each other some questions. The examiner will say that. So I want you to find out from each other about your work you do now and your work would like to do. So, because you have to, like past and future questions. So you have to, what we call this, really, really to focus on that area only. You have to talk that area only. So remember the engaging there as well. And then You can talk about work you do at college if you are studying, at home, outside the home, and you have the examiner will say you have 2 minutes to talk to each other. And then after that, first you have to withdraw your eye contact, of course, and then it's up to you is who's going to start, if candidate A or candidate B. Um, and then some questions, there is a prompt questions. So like, do you have a job at the moment? Something like that, or which you have to ask like from you have to ask like what, which, how. The key word there is you have to use that that 5 questions or 6 questions, the what, where, how, why. The important there is it's like questions that open answer, not only like yes or no answers. So you have 2 minutes, candidate A, and then candidate B, it's 2 minutes as well. So on like, I'll give you more example. I think if I'm not mistaken, the examiner questioned me regarding the places and what places, and then how you, what we call this, how other places would you like to visit, or um, he asked me as well the transportations. So you're gonna ask, you know, not specific, not like same questions. So you have to be expect like, yeah, a lot of, experience of doing something in life, so you can answer more. So uh in phase B, in this part of test, you are each going to talk about 1.5 while you are talking to your partner, while you're talking, and your partner will listen. So your partner will listen to you, and then your partner will then ask 3 questions about what you have said. So for example, I am candidate A and then candidate B. So I'm gonna talk regarding like my favorite food, my pet, or my work, like that. I think mine, the examiner asked me regarding restaurant, something like that, restaurant or food. So yeah, you have to talk about food, like I've been in. What is your favorite restaurant? Yeah, yeah, and food. They asked me, so like that, blah blah blah, and what are you doing there? Like this, what is the occasion? Something like that. So while you are talking, candidate A, candidate B will listen, and candidate B can take down notes. So the examiner will give you a pen and paper which is provided from them. So while you're taking notes, you have to, what we call, when the candidate was talking, you have also taking notes and prepare your 3 questions you're going to ask to candidate A. So it's like vice versa. So yeah, you ask your 3 questions, and remember your question starts with how, what, when, where, and why, something like that. So like, all right, your favorite restaurant is for example like Italian restaurant. So what is your favorite food? So when it happens, who's with you, something like it's like open questions. So you're allowed 2 minutes each, like that. And then that it takes like 7 to 10 minutes, or 7 minutes, or 5 minutes, it depends. um the what we call this, you have to, continue speaking, and also listening is important there as well. So it's like vice versa questions. So on what we call this, on phase um 2A, so it's another 5 question minutes, so or more. So in this part again of the test, you are going to listen or to a recording. So, and the answer some questions, you can make notes. So it says there that you're gonna on that part we listen some CDs or like recording. So you can hear two messages about different type of transport. So it depends if transport or some of them is like restaurants or like they give you some scenario, but you have to listen it on the recording. So, and for example, I just give you like this. Listening script 1. This message is from Mrs. Susie Thompson's regarding on your flight FA216 to Edinburgh on 19th of September. Unfortunately, there is a change to the department time which will now be at 15:40 and not 16:30. As previously informed, you have any difficulty with a new departure time, please call the ticket office as soon as possible. We apologize for making these alterations which beyond our control. We remind you that you can only check in one piece of luggage. Also remember that we have reduced rates for parking at the airport when you book online. So, and then candidate A must be like candidate A. The examiner will ask you this. Candidate A, in first recording, what type of transportation in the message about? So you can like if it's train, if it's a car, or if it is a plane. So you have to listening skills here is the key. In this part, you have to like open your ears. So because they're talking about flights, so it means talking about plane. So and then sometimes you have to ask the examiner will ask you the time, the place, the name. So you have to listen. Listen is the key here. So and then that's your candidate A. So candidate B will be asked too. So for example, this is the listening script number 2. Hello, this is station announcement. Mainline rail is very sorry. Main lane rail is very sorry to announce that 9 to 9:30 service from the Cambridge of Stansted Airport is running approximately an hour late. This is how expected at 10:30. In views of delay, we would like you to offer all the tickets all the tickets holders are free hot drinks which you can obtain from the cafeteria situated at the platform A. We apologize again for the delay to this service, which is because of the bad weather that is Standard Express service which is running late. So now candidate B. In this recording, what type of transport is the message about? So of course, if it's a plane, if it is a train, or if it is a car. So as they said that it's a main railway, it means a train. So, and then the candidate will say thank you so much. So they give you like a booklet. They give you like a booklet. And see, even me, I'm not perfect. See, as long as you are keep talking, that is important in there. So, and then also there's another question as well on that listening skills. So now listen again and answer the 3 questions at these questions. So you have to listen again, and the candidate now you it's candidate B. It's a candidate B now. So the first recording you are candidate A has to answer first, and now in the on the second recording, it's candidate B will answer that recording. So for example, in first recording, what is the new departure time of the flight? So what I've said there is like 15:30. So your answer is 15:30. And what must the woman do if she has a problem? So of course you have must call the ticket office. And then letter B, what recording or what in this recording, what time will the train arrive? So gonna say that um what is the time the train arrived there? Yeah, like say it's like 4:30 like that. So it's like you have to always do that, always like when listening you have also to write the important what we call this topic there of important character there. What's the name, what's the time, what's the transportation, anything that's important, that is the key there, the keywords, I mean. So now the examiner will say is so yeah, so now in that um questions you have to be like really what we call this, your listening skills is really useful there. So let's proceed on another phase, so which is going to plan. So candidate A and candidate B, the examiner would ask to you, says like, I'd like to imagine that you have to plan together. You have, this is like engaging now. And the secret here is don't talk too much. Must be give the candidate B a chance to what we call this, say something as well, because it's not about yourself here now. It's about like how you engage with people, how you listen, and how you know, it's like engaging, how you communicate with other people. Yeah, so the examiner will ask you like, I'd like to imagine that a friend planning to a weekend away in the countryside with her family. Yeah, for example, like that. Or like, I'd like to plan that if you have what we call this, um what else, or what we call this, another situation is, I'd like you to imagine that a friend is visiting from another country, and would you like to spend a day with you, and would like to spend a day with you. So something like that. So it's a lot of questions, different questions, but it's it up to you how you what we call this, like imagine it like that. So they give you like a box. So like for example, bus, car, and like transportation here, and then here is plan and decide. So the things that what things they will need to take, or what the best things to do, or how you organize the trip, since you're going to plan a weekend away in a countryside with your family, or her family, your friends and her family, something like that. So it's up to you how you made your stories. You can make your stories, or if you have experience, it's much better. But if you can make the stories, because you know what, it's not about the grammar here. It's not about how you know. It's about reading and engaging people and communicating, and must be the secret here is talk, 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 talk. But only like two sentence, something like that, and then you're gonna ask questions to your other candidates. So you have to plan. You have you have to plan and decide what to do with this. In that box that they gave you, and it has like you have to use the questions. So uh, in my situations, I think they asked me. I think they asked me regarding. Oh my god! I think anniversary. If I'm not mistaken, anniversary, and then where, and then yeah, it's a lot. So like you can say is that countrysides like Churchill Bridge North, like a lot of countrysides here in UK. You can make up stories as long as you are going to, you know, keep talking. Yeah, and like ask questions. Yeah. So in that phase, I think you're gonna talk like 4 hours. I 4 minutes, and then that's it. I think that's it. You're gonna end your test there. But well, as I told you guys, that's only my experience, right? So every candidate has different questions. So don't. This is only like example. Uh, as I told you, some of the questions that I've researched from the internet, it's not the same question that the examiner given to me. So it is different. So that what I've studied and what I've expected. So I just honestly I just like um it's good that I've studied the key points there, the keywords, and yeah. So honestly, I've just like um I have these like keywords, and I have this example that I'm studying always, but I didn't expect that I will not use that. I didn't use in my exam. So yeah, so I just made up some stories and I add up that. But yes, so the important is I have a lot of words that I'm used that I can use, and though I'm not really, I admit that I'm not really good in English, and my grammar is not perfect. But I, I survive. I kept still talking, and doing vlogs is very helpful because it's like you are engaging. You're engaging. I'm engaging to my viewer, though there is no candidate B, but it's like it's like practice of keep talking English, though I'm not really that kind of really fluent, but at least I survive. But at least I can talk English, and I think the important is someone can that person can understand you. So that is the important there, and you have to practice. Just practice. That's it. So I'm going to sleep now. Joke. So anyway, that's it for today, and always research, and yeah, if you don't have any examples, just you can make stories and imagine, just imagine. So yes, so that's it for today. Please do subscribe and share this video to your friend. Hopefully they can help and they can give some informations and some ideas. And if any questions, please what we call this um just write on the comment sections. Please do share and subscribe to my channel and support me. Thank you so much, and I love you all. Mwah. Bye bye. Share. So anyway, I would like to shout out to my friend, new that to my two new subscriber. Shout out to Alina Che. I forgot her name. Alina is my workmate. And shout out to Mary. Thank you so much. And thank you for the subscribers. I love you all. Bye bye.